Students, this is Shurprakash and I am here with the Honeydew's fourth chapter, Glimpses of the Past. It is written by S.D. Sawant. You can say that it is collected because the lesson is in the form of dialogues and pictures. So, in the least words, the whole story is told here to us, because through the dialogues and pictures you can understand a lot more which is dictated here. So I will help you in finding the history of the country India. So you will see the pictures and read the dialogues. The first of them is the scene given a ceremony which was enjoyed after the independence, and here you can see various freedom fighters are depicted, and our singer who is well known as Bharat Kokhila, Lata Mangeshkar, has sang a song there. You know the song very well. ऐ मेरे वतन के लोगों जरा आँख में भर लो पानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी. So it is about the song, and through the song we will recall and tribute to those freedom fighters who lost their lives in that battle. Our battle starts with the conquest of company rule. The Britishers came here initially as a merchant, because they were intended to trade with us. And what they did, they found that India is a prosperous country and it can be drained in large amount. So they were tempted to the treasure which was here at that time. India at that time was called one of the richest country, and it was known as a golden bird, Sone ki chidiya. So they were tempted a lot, and in that time the princely states were fighting with each other to conquer each other and to spread their kingdoms. They were of the princes of small states, and there were also home states that is called Riyasat, and they continued to fight each other. So they saw that Britishers are very powerful and they can help them in fighting other princely states. So they took helps to the Britishers, and they did not know that what they were intended of, because they were intended to rule on India. So they cannot fought the whole country at a single time. So they thought it to win the various states one by one. So in order to conquest the whole India, they thought that it would be better to conquer part by part the India. So they followed the rule that is called divide and rule. They supported one state and fought with the other, and then again they defeated the same state for whom they fought. And that That's how they conquered the whole country. And we know what happened after that, that we became slave of the Britishers. In the third picture, the British rule, you will see that the religions were full of evils. Not only Hindu or Muslim religion, but a lot of religions were there at that time also, Buddhist and Jainis also. So the evils were there in the religions. They came in action after Vedic period. Casteism, sati system, and a lot more evils, you can say, that existed in our society. So with the fighting of these foreigners, we also had to fight with our society also, the evils of the society. So what were the evils? Women were not respected or educated, and the poor, or you can say the low caste, was not able to enter at such public places which were used by the upper caste. So untouchability was also there. And after that, when British came, peasants were laid under the high taxes, and Britishers were very clever, so they freed themselves to any kind of duty. So it, however, ruined the business of the artisans, and peasants were ruined brutally. In the fourth picture, you will see about the Raja Ram Mohan Roy. There were many social reformers in our society who wanted to reform our society from these all evils, women education, sati system, and a lot more. So he was one of the social reformer, and he had a good idea of being educated. So he advocated that education must be scientific, which must be in our use. So he asked the Indians to educate themselves, and education must be such that comes in our daily use. He also requested the Britishers that if you rule over the India, so you must rule with loyalty. But we could not expect any kind of loyalty to Britishers, because they were very clever and they always wanted to ruin India, and they wanted to loot India. In the fifth pictures, you will see that there was a kind of oppression in the society by the British rulers. How they oppressed, that if someone is at the same post, so if one person is from Britain and one person is from India, so the difference will be there in their salaries and the facilities which were provided for the particular posts. So this made a kind of discontent in the hearts of the people of India. After that, company started exporting from Britain to India without any kind of duty, And that's how the businesses which run here at that time, the artisans were there and peasants were there. Everyone was ruined due to British, because they purchased the raw material from India only, and after that they manufactured it, furnished it, and after that they sold it in India only, because they thought India to be a good market. But what happened? Artisans of India and peasants both were at the worst condition, because that they could not fight with the cheap fabric or any equipment, anything that were made in England only, because it was made of machineries. After these all situations, in the sixth you will see that there was dissatisfaction in the herds of the people. Lord Macaulay, who is known as the father of English education in India, suggested that the regional languages such as Sanskrit or any other languages which were spoken at that time, so they should Indians should not be taught in their regional languages, because it would be a little bit difficult for them. So he imposed English education, and many people were there at that time who opposed English education system. After that, Britishers gave petty jobs to Indians, so many other also intended to be educated, as they thought that there would be jobs in their hand. So anyhow, it became beneficial for us, because it gave a rise in the intellectual society, because they had become educated at that time. So many people thought that they are very clever and they must be driven out of the country, because they are ruining one by one everything, every state, every territory, and every businesses of India. Students, in the seventh part of the lesson, you will see that there is a spark in the society. Spark, you can say that after the discontentment, people were fed off their rule, and they wanted to get rid of the British rule. So it started with the Santhal rebellion. The lands were seized by the British, and that's how the Santhals became discontent and became rebellion against the British, and burnt them and their offices. However, in the administration, sepoys were also discontent with the rule of British, because the cartridges which were given to the sepoys were capped with a fat. The fat was made up of cow fat or pig's fat. So both are banned in somehow in Hindu and Muslim religions respectively. Both became discontent and revolted against the British rule. So in them, Mangal Pandey was one officer, one sepoy, who killed his officer Later on, he was executed, and thus the revolt became more furious. At the end of the lesson, in the eighth heading, you can see that the revolt. Many freedom fighters participated in that revolt because after the execution of Mangal Pandey, the sepoys in Meerut heard the news and they became rebellion. They burnt their offices, their stations, and killed many other officers. And they marched to the Delhi to Bahadur Shah Zafar to be their leader. Bahadur Shah Zafar, however, accepted the leadership, and under the leadership of Bahadur Shah Zafar, the revolt started. After that, the news spread to other parts of India also. In Lucknow, Begum Hazrat Mahal took the reign of the revolt, and in Kanpur, Nana Sahib, in Bihar, uh, Kumar Singh, everyone took the initiative and they revolted. However, the revolt was suppressed after that, and you can say that Britishers, however, won because unity was still not there among the princely states of India. So, this is the story which is in your lesson. So, after that, if you want to learn the total story, you can recall the history book. So, here in this English notebook, it is sufficient to know about it. Thank you.